Welcome back. Two dads drink and a lesbian.
It's one dad drinks.
It's one dad drink tonight. Rest in peace, Shawnee.
Jesus, no, don't say
I hope you're okay, Sean. He came
I
down
do
with
not feel that way.
he came down with some sniffles and sore throat and stuff. So I'd rather have him at home resting than with making us sick, right?
Yeah, hell no.
Hell
I'm about
yeah.
to make myself sick. What do you mean?
Right. So
It's about to be a thing.
so obviously we get punished every week. We'll go over the punishments real quick. First punishment, I had to drink whiskey out of a baby bottle, which was not easy, by the way.
Oh, you.
My jaw hurt after that night because I was sucking the whole fucking night.
Oh, sorry.
And then Laura Jack going back-to-back weeks of the punishment to the point where now she's complaining we have to modify her rules in the competition. So I gave her plenty of options and she chose the cinnamon, which
It's probably the worst one.
which is probably the worst one I gave her. She just didn't want to do the other ones.
Well, the other one was you wanted me to write and with markers on my face, and I'm in a wedding this weekend. Like, I don't think my people would be very happy with me having like fucked up face because I either have marker left on my face or product that dried my face out, made my face like breakout or something. I don't need that. Okay. So we're going with the cinnamon.
Okay, so she's about to eat a spoonful of cinnamon.
I'm gonna try.
And when I read the write-up,
all for you guys, really for you.
When I read the write-up online of what happens if you eat a spoonful of cinnamon, I started laughing hysterically. So I can't wait. Go ahead, 3, 2, 1, bottoms up. Yeah, the face is pretty good. What's it taste like, Laura? Can you not talk? Okay, she can't talk. Where's your water at, by the way? You didn't bring any water?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did. It's over on that side. Is it burning?
Mm-hmm.
No. You have to swallow it. You have to eat a spoonful of cinnamon. You got to. That is the punishment. You can't spit it out. Yeah, the water helps. You look like you got a dip in your mouth, like the way your mouth is moving and everything. Pretty entertaining.
It's thick.
Is it thick?
Oh my god.
Like, I love cinnamon. I don't know if I would love just straight eating cinnamon.
This is all gonna be cinnamon for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
This tastes like straight cinnamon.
Was it that much of a punishment? Okay, well tonight we are
not leaving.
Tonight we are drinking Wiggle, which you're not even going to be able to really taste, I'm sure. Cheers.
That was bad, guys. That was painful.
This is the straight bourbon from Wiggle, the yellow label.
Tastes
And we
like
are
cinnamon.
We are recording at Dough Bar, which is where we've been.
What is that? Like cinnamon on top of my cinnamon?
No, there's no cinnamon.
It tastes like cinnamon.
It doesn't taste like cinnamon to me. Anyways, we're recording for Dough Bar. Thank you, Dough Bar, for letting us use your awesome establishment. We just found out that the lights have this cool little thing going on, so we turned that on for people watching on YouTube, which I think is the majority of our audience. And thank you, Dough Bar. So if you ever want to get a good slice of pizza,
my tea cinnamon?
No. If you ever want to get a good slice of pizza, or you want to get some meatballs or anything like that, they got some awesome food. And or if you just want to come get a drink and hang out and enjoy a great environment. So luckily for us, they are closed on Tuesday nights when we record, so we get to use its fine establishment. Laura is sweating over here. She's literally sweating from the cinnamon. I can see the sweat going down your forehead right now.
My mouth is never felt like this.
So I do think we should try. I told you about the flower drink in Las Vegas, right?
The flower drink?
Okay, yeah. So I went to Vegas, and the people from Elevator, our software company, said we got to go try this flower drink that there's in Vegas. And we went, and you have to it's like almost like a spiked lemonade that you drink, and then there's a flower on top. And you drink a couple sips, you eat the flower, and then you can either swallow the flour or spit it out, but you're supposed to like keep it in your mouth for like a minute.
Uh-huh.
And I spit it out because I'm like I know something weird's gonna happen. I'm not gonna put that in my stomach,
Yeah.
you know. So I spit it out, and then your mouth just like taste buds just explode, right? Like just this it's like pop rocks on like steroids, you know.
Oh my
And
God.
then you start drinking the drink again, and it tastes completely different. And
Uh-huh.
it's like your tongue is high, really, is what it's like. It's amazing. It was really cool.
That
But
is
you can
cool.
order those flowers on Amazon. So I thought maybe we might try it one of these days. Maybe we'll do it on the show.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. Anyways, what a crazy week 3 in the National Football League.
Right.
We started the week off with the Steelers and Browns.
I know it was bad. I said it. I knew we were gonna play down to this dumbass level. Sure, what did we do? Did exactly what I thought we were gonna do. Do some dumb shit. Not have an offense.
So is Mitch the problem, or is the coordinator the problem? Like, why is the offense not moving? We know why the defense
Okay, listen,
isn't as good
here's
because
the
you
thing.
don't have a guy just wreaking havoc in the backfield every play. I get
I
it.
think they're so used to playing a certain way, but some of the old players are having a little bit of a struggle with the pace of the new thing, of the new quarterback and the new, play calling for this quarterback. And I think that the new players are like, we don't know what we're doing. Like, we're looking at the veterans like help us out, and they're struggling. So it becomes a line issue, it becomes a quarterback issue, becomes a calling issue. It's an issue all around. Is
I mean,
what it comes
Mitch
down to.
doesn't look that bad.
Mitch is
He
listen. Mitch
completes
is
passes. He's mobile. He's moving around. I mean, I watched that Browns Steelers game. I didn't think it was.
Here's the thing about Mitch. What like we were talking last week when we were talking about like back in the 90s, like he's a decent quarterback for that time period, just maybe not this time period. And that's really what it comes down to is that like, yeah, like overall in football, generationally, like, yeah, he's not like the worst quarterback that ever happened.
Would you
but
rather have Mitch Trubisky or the shell that was Ben Roethlisberger last year?
no, I definitely don't need Ben back either.
So-
But in my defense, that I was never
You were
Not-
never
not-
a huge fan.
I was never really a big. I always felt that he played and he would do weird things and get hurt every time. Like, why are you putting your body in this weird position and then thinking you're not going to break your arm or break your like, what the hell are you doing? He always did weird things to me that just didn't make sense. I'm not hating on him. Like, obviously won championships for us. Obviously, we went to the Super Bowl and won. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, I was never really the biggest fan of his play.
You want to know what my favorite thing about your game was?
What?
It really had nothing really to do with your game per se. I'm obviously a little bit gambler, right? I'm focused on the gambling community, and I'm on TikTok and I'm scrolling through before the game, and I follow like these probably 5 or 6 gambling guys on TikTok.
Right.
Every single one of them. 25-mile-an-hour winds. It's gonna be cold. 2 bad quarterbacks. Bet the under. It's a no-brainer. I think the under was like 39.5 points. Bet the under, bet the under, bet the under. Everybody. I was like, this is a sucker bet right here. Like everybody's on this one bet the under. And then sure enough, the under is fine. It's good. It's gonna hit. The Steelers get the ball back with like no time remaining and try and do the oop-de-oop. And the fucking Browns scoop and score and fucked every gambler on the face of the earth. Every
Did you do it too though?
No,
Good. I'm glad you did it.
I didn't fall for the sucker bet.
No,
I mean, don't get me wrong,
I knew that they were going to do that play. I literally said it out loud. I said they're about to do these stupid, like trying to run it and throw it back and run it, throw it back. I'm like, it's not going to work. What are they doing? This isn't our gameplay.
I try to not bet too much. Like I always have a little bit of. If I'm watching a game, I'll throw
Yeah.
like $20 on something or whatever, just to make it exciting, like first touchdown score or something, But like I try to not bet on games that are like I have no fucking clue what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like I'd like to at least have an inkling of like, okay, I've been watching football for 20 some years. This is how this should play out, right? But you wouldn't shock me if I wouldn't have watched the game. You told me the next day, like, hey, the Steelers won by 15, or hey, the Browns won by 11, and none of it would have shocked me. Like, you got 2 teams without their like quarterbacks they've had, without anything else. I guess that's the heating system going on. I'm sure you're not going to hear it on the microphone because the mic tends to do a good job of not picking up on that. But anyways, I tend to not bet on things like that. But then again, maybe I should start betting on things like that, because then you fast forward to Sunday and everybody and their mother had the Colts and the Bills winning on Sunday. And what happened? The Colts lost and the Bills fucking lost, right? And not only did the Bills lose, did you see their coordinator?
I thought the Jags were gonna beat the Colts, though. I said that. I
No,
was gonna
no,
memorize.
no. The Chiefs and the Colts.
Oh,
The Chiefs and the Colts.
I'm saying the game before.
The Jags beat up on the Chargers pretty
Yeah.
bad, actually. I think the Jaguars might be actually
No,
good
they're
this year.
legit.
Yeah, they're legit this year.
They're legit.
I'm intrigued to see the Eagles Jaguars game this Sunday.
Yeah,
I
me
think
too.
that's
It's
going to
gonna
really
all the
tell
time.
us.
Oh,
And then, of course, the Jaguars coach is the Eagles' former coach, right? So,
right, because I wanted to bet the Jags this week, and then I looked at who they were playing, and I was like, shh, I'll wait for more week.
yeah, I mean, dude, you know, I'm as big an Eagle hater as there is on the face of this planet, and I mean, the Eagles look impressive right
Well,
now.
I mean, that's who I bet on this week, and I still lost, even though we all won.
Don't get me wrong. In the NFL, you don't want to be the team that peaks early.
Right.
And you don't want it to be the team that peaks in the middle of the season. You want to be the team that peaks in the motherfucking playoffs, right? Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, so
When it
like the
matters, it
Eagles
counts.
look great right now.
But you still
but-
got to get to the playoffs is the key.
right, 100%. But like the Eagles look great right now. We don't know what they're going to look like in 10
Yeah.
weeks from, you know.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, Eagles look great. The Chiefs got knocked off. The Bills got knocked off. Did you see the clip of the offensive coordinator for the Bills in the box?
Wasn't he like pissed? And
Yeah, he was fucking throwing and hitting his tablet and fucking. I was laughing hysterically, Fucking hilarious. Which the funny thing is like I always tell Cassie, who's probably the person I watch football with. Okay, I watch football, and she is sometimes watching, most of the time like just reading a book or looking at her phone. But anyways, I'm talking to her about football, and I'm always saying like, there's a reason why I'm not a head coach in the National Football League,
I
because
think you should be.
I would freak the fuck out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like I would fucking get kicked out of.
I
like,
hear you in my head. Just so you know.
70% of games, especially if it, like was a team I care about, right? And like a
Oh yeah,
fucking blown
it's
call,
mostly when the Cowboys are playing that I hear you in
Ah.
my head.
like blown
like,
fucking calls. There was this play. I freaked the fuck out. My
Yeah.
kids are sleeping. There's this play in my game where Noah Brown, like it's third down. Noah Brown's in the end zone, and their guy literally tackles him to the
Yeah.
ground when Cooper's throwing
Mhm.
the out route to him. And like no fucking
Yeah.
flag was called at all. Like they showed the replay and like they take him to the ground.
Right, but no call.
No pass interference, no holding, no nothing, and we had to kick a field goal. And I was like freaking the fuck out. But then I go on Twitter and I see like Michael
Everybody
Irvin
else.
freaking the fuck out and Des Bryant freaking out.
So you're
I'm
like,
like,
okay.
okay, I'm not alone. But
my brothers.
but like okay, that's probably the one thing I can agree with Steeler fans is like, you remember Bill Cowher back in the day with the Polaroid, stuffing it in the fucking refs like pocket and everything. I would be doing shit like that, although I don't know how to do that. And I'd be taking my tablet and shoving it up their ass because they don't have the Polaroids anymore. They have tablets, right? But
Yeah.
oh my god, just crazy. But yeah, I mean Sunday.
Could you imagine if they were taking Polaroids at bad plays and still shoving them? Like if he had like a Polaroid around his neck.
Maybe he
it was
should.
like,
He just
snap.
takes a picture of the tablet and then just to stuff it in the fucking dude's pocket. That'd be great.
Like when it's a bad play, like on the line, he's right there. Takes a picture like, no, I got it right here. It was in.
Wait,
Yeah.
it'll be
Give it a
it'll be
second.
ready in like 35 seconds. I gotta shake it a little bit,
That'd be
okay?
hilarious. If that was like instant playback or something, they just a bunch of people with Polaroids, and that's how you had to figure out the game. That'd be hilarious. That'd be so much more interesting.
I love you. There's a reason why I love you.
That'd be hilarious.
And I mean the 4 o'clock games are all pretty good. The Sunday night game was a snooze fest, right? The Bears
Yeah.
Packers was just a snooze.
Dude, I couldn't even watch it. I literally got one point was like, I know the Packers are good, but I just like hate them. I hate watching them. They're boring. They're so boring to me for whatever reason. The Packers are boring to me. They could be so electric. I don't know, but it's like I watch it. It just like seems like so slow motion and just like I don't know. Their tempo for whatever reason
Aaron
is
Rodgers
boring.
definitely does not come off as the guy who's having fun out there.
No,
Like,
it's
he's
so
just, like,
boring, dude.
So blah. He used to have fun. He used
Oh,
to
I know,
flip
I know,
belts
I
and
know,
he
I
used to
get
do
it.
all kinds of cool stuff. But like, yeah, not anymore.
It's so boring, dude. That
Yes.
tempo is just it's a killer. Like
Yeah,
don't put them on any prime time. 'cause
their
I can't
defense is
watch it.
good. I mean, their defense is legit.
I get it. I'm not saying the whole team. It's just that like their offense is just so bland to me right now.
And then we get to my game Monday night,
Dude,
last night.
electrifying.
And I got
Not gonna lie, that was a really great game.
let me tell you, you don't know, as a Steeler fan, you don't understand what I'm about to tell you. Is like the terror that I had leading up to this game because I was so overconfident
Yeah.
that the Cowboys were going to take care of business against this shitty 2-0 team that's been lucky as hell to be 2-0,
Yeah.
right? Because I just know I'm like that. Danny Dimes is not a good quarterback. Barkley's fucking overrated. Their offensive line is trash.
Yeah.
Their defense is average at best. Like
Right.
we're going to take care of business here, but there's been so many times over the past like 2 decades where I'm like, oh, the Cowboys are going to take care of business, and then they just fucking lay an egg.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like obviously Cooper Rush, which I have confidence in Cooper Rush, but not like
I
if
think
Dak
they're
was
good.
like Dak is like 9-0 versus the Giants in this group, right? Like I'd have a little
Yeah,
bit
you
more
thought you were
confidence, you know.
guaranteed.
But I'm going into the game.
I thought he played well, and I think that didn't they say Dak was like coming back? Like
So
or-
Dak got his stitches
also-
taken out of his thumb.
and there's no swelling.
There's no swelling, and he was even gripping and throwing the football a little bit.
You were like, he not
yesterday.
football.
Yeah, he's
Look
grip-
at him, Dak's like,
Well, I didn't have surgery, so like I wouldn't be able to grip it yet, you know, with my left hand. But anyways, yeah, he's supposedly on his way back. But I'm telling you why he's ready to come back is because Cooper Rush looks good as hell.
Yeah.
Like I sent you a TikTok today, the
Yeah.
guy that changed the Dak jersey into
Yeah.
Cooper Rush with masking tape. Like Cooper, here's the thing. Like
That's my quarterback.
Cooper is not as physically gifted as Dak Prescott. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Dak is like 6'5"
Yeah,
and
he's got
built
the
like
heart.
a fucking
He's
brick
got the
house.
heart,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? But Cooper Rush is super accurate, by the way. Like that throw to CeeDee Lamb that he dropped,
On a
just
dime.
fucking right here in the bread
Yeah.
basket, it's
Mhm.
50 yards down the field.
I know.
Dak does not have that precision accuracy. He
Yeah.
doesn't. And the other thing is,
It was tipped though, wasn't it?
no,
CD
on a dime.
No.
CD just dropped.
No, it was tipped, dog. They
No.
showed it.
No, it was on a dime. Hit him right in the bread basket. he
Maybe it
just
was
dropped
somebody else.
You're thinking the prior week Noah Brown's catch was tipped. But anyways, they're like he's super accurate. He's very confident in the offense, knows what he's doing, right? But there's something to be said about a guy who just runs the fucking offense. Like
100%. He's
like
not hard.
Dak's trying to hit a home run every play, right? He's trying
Well,
to
that's the,
he's
that's the
trying to get
ego.
that
That's the
extra-
ego play.
yeah, he's trying to get that
Right.
extra second in the pocket to let a guy
Rush
get
doesn't
open.
have the ego play. He's got the like
Yeah.
survival play. He's
Rush
trying
is
to
just
survive.
Rush
yeah.
is going out there running the offense, you know. And they showed the stat. He's at like 2.3 seconds.
Every time I look at this, it upsets me. I gotta,
Rush is at 2.3 seconds on the season. He's second in the NFL for fastest snap to release rate, right? Because he's getting the ball.
Yeah, he just wants to
That's
get
all
rid of
he wants to get rid of it. He doesn't want to get hit.
and it's hard to like make plays against that because
It's the
happening
Tom
so
Brady thing.
fast.
You know,
Right.
number one, it's Tom Brady. He gets
Right.
rid of that fucking pigskin, right? So, I mean, there's something to be said about that guy that just knows the offense, confident, accurate, can play.
Right.
He's not going to be as exciting or flashy as Dak Prescott, but like he might almost be a better quarterback for our team than Dak Prescott is because Dak Prescott does like the Ben thing where he's big and strong and he's going to sit there and shrug people off of him and wait that extra second to throw the ball. I'm not hating on Cooper, and to be honest with you, what he really has bought us is time, right?
Yeah.
Because like we could let Dak fully heal.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
They,
we're winning
he's won 2 games, right?
He's
Yeah.
won 2. He's 2-0. He's
Yeah.
3-0 as a starter total, but he's 2-0 this season. He's winning games. I mean, there's just nothing there that makes you go like we have to rush Dak back for any specific game. And then like you know we really have one tough part of the schedule is we face the Rams and Eagles back to back, and like Dak should be ready by then. But even we dropped the Rams game, like it's no big deal. We lost 1 game with our backup quarterback out of 4, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not a big deal at all. So he's bought us time, but like there's a piece of me as a Cowboys fan and as a Cooper Rush fan because I really have always liked the guy from the day one since he was an undrafted rookie. Like there's not a huge I talked about last week, not a huge drop off.
Right.
So I just like some of me wants to be like Jerry, go to Dak and be like, hey brother, we love you, but we over fucking paid you right now.
Yeah.
So like do you want to be a Cowboy for $30 million a year, or do you want to get traded to the Seattle Seahawks right now? Because you know, like we got a guy making $1.2 million this year,
And it's killing
and
it.
he's not that bad. Like it's not that big of a drop off, you know. So I don't know. It's interesting to see, but our defense is awesome. Like
No, they're playing good.
playing good
They really
football.
are, and I think they're playing for each other, and that's a big. Like when a team rallies around somebody, like because you have an injury and you have the guy who has the heart, who's coming in, everybody knows he's the heart guy. You know, he's like the puzzle piece that brings everything together. Those are when you have like spectacular things happen and like out of nowhere seasons because you got the guy with the heart instead
Absolutely.
of the guy with the ego. It's like, I don't know.
But I will say, like, I was so mad at CeeDee Lamb when he dropped because of the touchdown.
We could make a movie out of this. Cooper Rush.
Oh,
Like
I was
kids movie, you know,
oh,
where
yeah.
they're like,
Well, Kurt Warner just had his movie. He's
That's what I mean.
undrafted, you know.
there you
But
go.
yeah, like I was so mad. CeeDee Lamb drops that. We're up 6-3. CeeDee Lamb drops that pass that would have been a touchdown. Right? Like he was 50 yards downfield and had 10 steps
Was
on
it
the
in the
next
middle
guy.
of the field?
Yeah, he was like coming
So I
across the
thought it
field.
was tipped off.
No, it wasn't tip.
I
It was,
swear they
I
showed that
bet my life
replay
on it.
and it was like, it
no,
was right, it like bounced. Weird.
no, it was a perfect spiral right in the fucking breadbasket. And anyways, CD drops that, and I'm so mad at CD. And I'm like, it's reliving the whole offseason I talked about where we traded Cooper
Yeah.
away for a bag of groceries,
Right.
and we let Cedric Wilson go because you know we decided to keep Michael Gallup, who's still not healthy yet, right, coming off a torn ACL. I'm reliving this all at fuming in my living room when CeeDee Lamb, supposed to be our number one receiver, dropping just the easiest fucking catch on the face of the earth. And then in the third quarter, or actually, I think it was fourth quarter, like we actually go down a score to the Giants. We need this 4th down and 4. I'm actually telling Cassie, I'm like, the way our defense is playing, we should just punt the ball away.
Yeah.
And play defense. And, you know, our guys have been so close to intercepting the ball. Like, Diggs is due for an interception. Like,
Yeah.
let's just punt the ball away. I'm like, I would not give the Giants a short field and go for this on 4th and 4. CD makes his catch right at the sticks, getting just lit up, like getting hit so hard. And he holds on to that ball. And I was like, okay, he's earning his trust back. And then, like, the exact next play, he gets like a 30-yard catch and then like trucks the dude right down to the 1-yard line. And then the very next play, they throw a little fade route where he makes the one-handed grab in the back of the end zone, which that can't make that throw, but not consistently. Like that was a beautiful fucking throw. And it was an even better catch, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, well, CD just he's our number one. Yeah, he's definitely our number one. But like I think he needed that pivotal moment where it's like you probably might have just cost us the game, and now you're gonna have to put the fucking team on your back and
show us that you're gonna earn it.
Yeah.
But
I rarely ever bet on the Cowboys. And I bet on the Cowboys Monday night because I was that fucking confident that the Giants were not beating us. Like I was that confident.
Oh boy.
That fucking confident. Because the Giants are just not a good football. Like they're just not. They're not a good football. They're not 2-1. They are like an 0-3 team that's playing 2-0 right now.
Right.
You know. But anyways, that was great. The Tua thing. We gotta talk about Tua.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to talk about. That's crazy.
So Tua gets hit, smashes his head on the fucking
the hit wasn't even that crazy. It's just the way he fell.
It's the way he fell.
It's just like
the back
bam. Yeah.
Like his bread was like a can of beans or something.
Wow.
You know, just
stood up and
then fell right back down pretty much like 2 steps later.
Yeah, and then like the wobbles.
Almost like Mason Rudolph-esque. Right?
I mean,
his
looked
legs just weren't working.
Right. Not only that, looked like a boxer, like straight, like that just got knocked out, you know, and they're like just don't have their legs under.
He literally goes to the sideline. It comes in on the next drive.
Right, that's crazy.
No
I don't know how they did that.
So the Dolphins are under investigation right now by the league to see if they did not follow the concussion protocol or whatever.
Right. And didn't they already have like that's mine that I gave to you because I can't drink it. It's just too much.
It's all watered down now. Look at the color difference.
You're right.
But I mean, Tua, I mean, just amazing that in this day and age, what we know about concussions, that the refs would let him back on the field.
I can't believe it. Well, even that the Miami Dolphins would want to put him back on the field. Why would you want to put your star quarterback in a position?
You want to win the game.
I get it, but
listen, these NFL coaches and owners, they don't care about the players. They don't care about their long-term health or anything like that. Like I guarantee they do not. Jerry Jones, and I love Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones could give a crap less that Troy Aikman had like 8 documented concussions, probably way more than that, right? And that he's
Yeah, but that was the old days. This is not what we're playing today. We're like changing the NFL and how we're hitting them as defenders so that we don't cause certain brain injuries. So it's like we
I
can't
could-
be watching someone fumbling around because they can't move and they can't walk straight, come back into a game that's about to get smacked again
Listen, you know,
on every play.
I'm a conspiracy theory guy, right? I would
But
not,
like, can't believe they're still winning.
but I've seen a lot of like similar things to the Tua thing where like these guys will go into the blue tent and they're clearly concussed.
Yeah.
And then they come out 30 seconds later and go back on the field. And the NFL cares about one thing, it's money, like as a
Mhm.
league. I would not be surprised if when they go into that blue tent, they have the right to waive being looked at and sign like a waiver in the blue tent to go back out on the field. I would not be surprised. It's probably like a hush hush thing. All NFL players probably had to sign like a non-disclosure
Yeah,
agreement.
they don't usually let players. If they're hurt, like most teams are like, it's done for the day. Sit down, son. Like that's the normal.
I would not be
mentality.
surprised if they have like waivers.
Like it. Like I'm talking head trauma. I'm not talking like, oh, I hurt my finger, I hurt my arm.
Mm,
I'm talking.
I
head
am too.
trauma.
I would not be surprised if the NFL like does not allow teams to just go in there with like a iPad and be like, here's a
Sign
waiver.
this. You can't read right now, but sign this, man.
Here's a waiver if you want to go back on the field without being looked at. You know.
Yeah, that's messed up though.
I-
Like there should not be even an option for a waiver to allow you to harm your
You
brain
know
when
what,
they have
though?
all the CTE issues that they have. They got all these people like doing crazy stuff years later.
You could
They're
say that.
studying these people's brains now. So like it's like
You
don't be
could say
silly.
that, but like let's just call a spade a spade.
Andrew Luck just straight up left early because he's like, I don't want this shit.
Let's call a spade though. If like you or I got a chance to like go make millions of dollars getting our bell rung, we'd be getting our fucking bell rung. You know what I mean?
Yes, I will.
Yeah. See, right?
But-
Exactly.
No lie
Like-
though, I would still like not want to. I don't think I would sign something if I knew that I was concussed. Like
80% of the
I
players.
mean, actually, I probably would. I'd play basketball.
probably
too.
Yeah, 100%. I played it for. I've fucking gone and played on with
It makes you
concussions
sick
for
though,
free.
man. You feel sick as shit.
Yeah, 100%. But I've had definitely been concussed and
Me
continued
too.
playing like for free in high school.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just a thing. And the other thing you gotta understand is most like probably 70 to 80% of those guys came from really rough upbringings,
Right.
and like the only thing they had is football.
No, I 100% get it. I think it's a slippery slope, and it is one of those things that they do need to be careful with. Like as because lawsuits are just going to keep coming in, you know.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but if they sign waivers, you know,
Yeah, but that's it's under like you are now concussed. You're not in the right state of mind, so that's how you get around that.
they probably have something in their contracts. You know what I mean?
I get it, but I'm just saying there's ways to get around that.
Well,
If
I
you're
mean,
a good
it's all
lawyer,
hypothetical.
you can't have somebody signing something in any kind of like not rights mentality. That's like what a contract is.
It's all hypothetical. I'm just trying to come up like there's got to be some sort of something as a reason why you would let a guy who's clearly concussed
yeah, I think
back
it's
on
just
football.
I heard somebody like one of the other podcasts that I listened to, they were talking about like what could like if the NFL wanted to like fine Miami or like, you know, like what could they do to them? They're like, well, they can't take the first round pick because they already did that.
That's hilarious.
Like of next year, you know,
That's hilarious.
it's gone. So it's like they can't even do that. It's like, what are you gonna do? Take it for the next year?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So it's just like I thought that was a funny little take on that, but like, you know, how are they gonna punish them? You know what I mean? In what way, if any? And they can't do that because they already did it.
I think they're second round pick.
That's what I mean. You're gonna lose like in 1 year. Like, I think they'd do it back to back years. They wouldn't do it in the same year, most likely.
What are you looking forward to? Week 4 of the National Football League.
I'm honestly just excited in general. Let me look at some of these games. Let me pull this up again.
How'd your fantasy team do this last?
I won. I was rated to lose. I'm up against
How are you ready to
Brandon,
lose? You had like the 3 best.
but I
keepers
was
on
up
any team.
against Brandon.
So
He has a
like
really
the,
good
you have
team.
the 3 best keepers at any fucking team.
I know what do you
Can
want?
I vent a little bit about fantasy football? right
Yeah,
now?
what's up? I'm looking up week 4.
I was playing Dave,
Yeah.
and I ended up only losing by like 8 points or something like that
You
because
lost.
I'm 0-3 because the Cowboys like balled out. Like, and I had
Yeah.
Pollard and Cowboys defense, and I had CeeDee Lamb. Right, all had great games. You know why I lost?
What?
Because Dave fucking out of nowhere signed the Philadelphia Eagles defense or whatever and put them in, and they had 40 fucking points as a defense.
Oh, you lost because of the defense.
I lost because of a defense.
It happens though. To
It's
the best
such
of us.
bullshit.
That
Such
and a kicker, that's the worst. Okay, so let me look here.
What do you think?
Okay, so the Dolphins Bengals game, yeah, that's definitely one of the games that I'm really interested in. Just because of what's going on with the Dolphins, and also what's going on with the Bengals. Like, this is going to be a good game to see who comes out and really like wants to strike, right?
So every year, like when we talk about like me betting and stuff, like I tend to start like winning a lot come like week 7, 8 because I like at that
You
point
get that vibe down. Yeah.
at that point I know the NFL at that point, right? I know what's gonna happen each week. I know who's up for a letdown, I
Right.
know all this stuff. Like right now, it's like I have no idea if the Bengals were they just a surprise team last year and they're really not that good? Are they
I think they're good. I just think that they're having a rough time getting everything. They got talent, man. There's no way that team ain't good. They're just that there's a couple missing pieces that are not there. And
everybody was all over the Chargers, and then the Chargers just get beat the hell out by
okay, it's 1 week though.
by the Jaguars.
Chargers been looking pretty damn good, and Jags. Everyone talks mad smack about the Jags, but they're playing.
Man, I'm just saying
playing
those
this
are the
year.
things that we don't know. We got to see how it shakes out.
I just think that the NFL has finally leveled itself out. That's my opinion. We've had so many, to an extent.
no chance.
What do you mean?
No chance.
There's so many teams that are now competing that
There's
weren't really
the Chiefs
competing
and the
before.
Bills, and then there's everybody.
But I'm saying, but everybody else is still competing, is what I'm saying. We had teams last year that we were like, dude, they won no games. Dude, it was a no-brainer. I just put them every time this team was playing this team. I could just do this and the defense would kill it. It's like you could get away with stuff like that. You can't get away with stuff like that this year. Every single team is putting up points. Every single team looks good. There's a few teams that are like hit or miss. Don't get me wrong. Like on the positive or the negative side, I get it, but you're going to have that. But I'm talking like the majority in that middle section. There's a lot more teams in it this year. I can't, every week we go through it for the Survivor thing, and I'm like, I have no idea who I want to pick. I literally think any one of these teams could come in here and actually win these games on both ends.
Yeah.
Like, and that has not happened in years past, like all like this. Like, I could go down and be like, at least get 7 games and call them 7 games.
Dude, I had the Chiefs.
I can't even do like 2 games.
I had the
this year.
Chiefs on like everything last weekend, right? Like, how do they not
That's what
beat
I
the
mean.
Colts? Like Jesus. How is that a thing?
I
Like,
get it, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean is like you just have those moments where it's like, well,
what do you think about the Steelers versus the Jets? Let's look at your matchup.
you know what? Everything in me, I hate to say this, but I almost picked for my survivor pool the Jets this week.
What?
Swear to God.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, the Jets are not a good football team.
No. But like for the survivor pool, for whatever reason, I figured like, get the Jets off my mark. And then my other thought was like, the Steelers just aren't playing.
You just
good.
like being punished, don't you?
I'm a glutton for punishment. But no, but my thought process is that like I could see the Jets come. Please tell me that the Jets have not come in to the Pittsburgh Steelers Stadium and blown them up before, because they have. It has happened.
They had that one time when Duck Hodges was the fucking quarterback.
I get it, but like, what are we dealing with right now? A quarterback issue / a call playing issue / a line issue / a whole issue. So like my point is that
you
until
want to
they
see
get,
them go to Kenny Pickett?
I just want to see them like have some success somewhere, whether it's like do some like they're not throwing the ball down the field as much as they need to. Like it just seems like it's like this like I mean Najee don't look bad. I'm not hating on Najee. He looked good,
Najee.
If it wasn't for Najee, we wouldn't be doing much of anything at all.
Yeah, I think that Najee
he's the safety.
He looks great. He's a lot okay. Najee reminds me a lot of Saquon Barkley, where like you get him in space and he looks fucking great. However, you run him between the tackles and he just fucking falls down.
Right, because
you know what I mean?
He's not as patient as he needs to be.
Probably, yeah. He could. You know what they should do? They should bring Lev Bell back to teach
Right.
Najee.
Right.
Lev Bell was the most
So good
patient
at
running
patient,
back
yeah.
I've ever seen before in my
100%,
life.
100%.
I mean, he would just
He would
stand
just
there.
sit back there.
He would just stand there and just kind of
Yeah,
do
just
this
wait.
little duck and
Yeah,
dodge
yeah.
and stand still, and then just out of nowhere, bam, hit the
Yeah.
hole as soon as he needed to hit it.
Yeah.
Like that, dude. I will. One of my favorite memories in the history of being a football fan.
There's the Steelers.
It is. It's a Steelers game. Is I went to the Steelers Cowboys game with Sean. We had great seats.
Why didn't I go?
We only had 2 seats.
Yeah,
That's
what?
why.
I hear it. I
Just
see
saying.
it.
I went to the game with Sean. This was like 20,
I only had 2 seats.
26.
Only had
No,
2
it was
seats.
2017. It was Dak's rookie year, I think. It was Dak and Zeke were both rookies, right? And we were like 40-yard line, right behind the
Oh, yeah,
bench.
keep letting me know.
It was
Keep
great fucking
keep
seats.
rubbing it in.
And like, I don't know if you remember that game.
Yeah, of course I remember
but
it.
like it
I
was
looking for you idiots everywhere.
it
I'm
came
like,
down.
"What
It came down to the wire. It was a great game, but I left that game going like just saw 2 of the greatest running back performances of my life between fucking Lev Bell, just like
killing
it would look like he just like ran into a line just filled with guys, and the next thing you know, he pops out the other side dancing around, you know.
Mhm.
So you got that, and then on the other side, Zeke just fucking his rookie year, man, he was so good. He was just like just mauling people, and he had there was that one pivotal moment where like you guys were up 10-0, and it was 3rd down and like 9 or something like that, and we were on like the 10-yard line, and I looked over at Sean and I was like, if the Cowboys don't pick up this 1st down, this game is fucking over, you know, like.
Yeah.
And then they threw a screen pass to Zeke, and he took it 80 yards to the house for a touchdown. I was just like, like
You were the only person screaming like the whole
no,
stadium.
like half the stadium was
know.
Cowboys fans. It was great. But like I left that game and I looked over at Sean. I'm like, look, I know my Cowboys won, but we barely won, but we won. But like that was like one of the greatest games that I've ever witnessed, like
Yeah.
with my own eyeballs.
Yeah.
And like we saw it live at the 40-yard.
Yeah, we were there together.
Yeah, and he's like, I agree. You
Yeah.
know, like we were just it was that great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I like games like that where it's like, you know, it's like a nail biter and it's like down to the bare bones. Like I
Yeah.
love that.
But this week, I'm honestly looking forward most, and I haven't looked at the schedule to see what time games are yet.
Yeah.
I hope they're not at the same time as my Cowboys, but I really want to see the Eagles Jaguars game. I really do. I want to see like, are the Jaguars real? Are the Eagles real? I hope the Eagles are not real, to be honest with you, because they look fucking the real deal Holyfield right now. And
the Eagles play at 1:00. And the Cowboys, where they at? Cowboys play at 1:00.
fuck, yeah, so we're missing that game.
Playing the Commanders.
What a fucking horrible name.
You'll spank them.
What a horrible name.
Right.
We're not gonna spank anybody. Okay. But the Cowboy season, we are not spanking
I think
anybody.
you should spank them.
Even once Dak comes back. I
Dude,
don't
people have
picture
been picking him off like crazy, just like usual. Carson Wentz is a bum. And he's on my fantasy team. He had 0 points this week. Put up a big fat.
Listen, even once Dak comes back, Cowboys ain't blowing nobody out, but we're gonna be in every game because that
Let
defense
us drop
is
him at
legit.
this point. Yeah.
I'll take him off your hands.
You want him?
I'll take him.
What are you gonna trade me for?
I mean, I'll trade you Aaron Rodgers for Wentz and give me like
He's like in a Cooper Cup.
give me like a receiver or running back or something.
I don't know. I'm gonna look at it.
Because Rodgers is
once
driving me
Dak
nuts,
comes
too.
back, it really just comes down to
That's right. You have Dak, so it doesn't even matter. You're just milking time right now. I would have just picked up Cooper Rush, but like you could have played matchups between Wentz and Rush for a little while. But anyway, it should be another great week, man.
I got Garoppolo too.
How many quarterbacks do you have?
But one's on IR, so he's just sitting there.
Oh my goodness. I have one quarterback in the roster. I tried to pick 2 up, but Sean, I didn't want
picked
to.
up Carson Wentz and he played like doo-doo. So now I have Jimmy Garoppolo who I could throw in.
I didn't
He
want
got
to.
7 points at least.
I didn't want to waste the fucking waiver pick on Tua. I was like, I'll just wait till the morning and then pick him up. And Sean texted me like 6 a.m. in the morning, like, "Hey, thanks for leaving Tua there." I was like, I'm still sleeping, dude. Like, what the hell? You know, we drank last night. I'm still sleeping.
Dude, I woke up like at 5:00 in the morning one day to pick up a bunch of people and drop a bunch of people. I like set my alarm. I'm like, I need to do this.
I don't know when
It was when Dak got hurt, And then my kicker got hurt. It was like the week I lost 3 players at one time. I'm like, I have to make some moves. Like,
But you don't want to use that waiver
Right.
pick, right? You want your waivers to keep going up because there's going to be that one person at some point in the year where we're all like, oh, we got to get that guy. And whoever gets that number 1 waiver spot's going to get him.
it's gonna be Travis because he never uses his waiver wire. Travis is gonna stay steady, number 1 waiver wire until the end of the year. He makes 0 moves.
I don't think Travis is even paying attention.
He literally has not made 1 move, and he's been the number 1 waiver wire the entire season. Just so everybody's aware.
Well, I'm going to win a game this week. I have to
Yeah.
win a game, right? I'm 0-3.
Yeah,
I got to win a game. I should have won this last week if it wasn't for
At the beginning of this year, just so everybody knows, we did expect Ian to lose because of this bad.
Hey, listen.
We didn't know he was gonna lose this bad.
Listen, we are in a keeper league. And I specifically drafted multiple running backs that are going to be keepers for the next 5 years. It just is what Tony Pollard, he showed last night. He is far and better than Zeke Elliott. And Dylan is better. I wouldn't say better than Jones, but Dylan is going to take over the starting role for the Packers. So like, I'm not stupid there. I may struggle a little bit early in this season.
No, I get it. For the long term.
In the long run, I'm going to be really good.
100%, I agree.
Because I got 2 really good keeper running backs for the future. So, all right, we got our survivor picks.
I don't even know who I picked. Broncos, right?
You were all over the board. I thought you changed from the Broncos.
I did. I literally don't know.
I got to go back and check the text now.
I know. I do too.
I thought you knew who you picked.
I don't.
Oh my goodness. Well, Sean
I said Broncos play the Raiders, and I'm like,
Sean is.
Then I went to the Titans. Then I went back to the Packers.
No, you chose the Packers, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So to let's explain real quick.
Yeah.
Lord Jack is crying because she got punished 2 weeks in a row.
It has nothing to do with it. I don't understand.
She didn't understand.
In all fairness, guys, I've tried for the last 3 weeks to understand this thing. And
I've literally been on the phone with you for over an hour trying to explain stuff,
and
but you just don't understand it.
Don't get it.
Our tiebreaker is entering the week. Who's picking the most favorited person out of the losers, right? So like you chose the most favorited team. Right. So even all 3 of our teams won, but you chose the most favorited team as the Eagles. So now, because we want Laura Jack to keep picking and we want her to be part of this, we are now going to change it so that if all of us win, Laura Jack is automatically exempt from being punished. Yeah. If Laura Jack loses and one of us other people lose, Lord Jack is automatically going to be exempt from punishment. So the only way you're going to get punished the rest of the year is if Sean and I win and you lose. Yeah. So
I think that's fair because I don't understand what's going on. And you guys make your picks. Wait, time out.
I think that's fair. Wait, I should not get punished anywhere near these other 2 guys.
Because I don't understand how to make the picks. You 2 always make your picks before me. We can't pick the same teams. So there's weeks that like it takes me a long time to understand what is going on to make a pick, right? And you guys have already picked those picks. So then I end up can't taking those picks.
I think you pick great picks every week and you just got bad luck. It happens. The Ravens should have never lost that game to the Dolphins. Sean should have got punished last week, but it happens. I mean, and I know for a fact I'm going to get punished a lot. Sean, even though he's been lucky to this point, is going to get punished a lot at some point. Which, by the way,
cinnamon is not sitting well on my belt.
By the way, I don't know if he's going to listen this far into the episode. I sure hope he does if he didn't fucking show up.
Yeah, right.
But like, I'm pretty sure going into the year, we said attendance was a big thing, and we said that you were going to get punished if you did not show up unless you have COVID. But she doesn't have COVID, so are we going to hold him to that punishment?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I saw him today. He was coughing a little bit. There would have been some coughing. You and I would have been in danger of maybe, but we were just with him Saturday night. I think if we would have got it, we would have had it by now, right? Like I think, like most of the time when you're most contagious is like before you even know that you're sick. So.
I think it's probably just like his kids are going to school and they're picking up things, and Sean's just picking up.
Every year my kids go to school and get sick. The only year that didn't happen is when they were masking up, like it's going to happen. But anyways, so you and I are going to have to decide, are we going to hold Sean to that? But Sean is taking the Rams plus 1.5.
Really though?
He's taking the Rams. They're underdogs this week, plus 1.5. And I'm taking the Cardinals plus 1. So
wait, are they playing each other?
No.
That'd have been a good.
That would be impossible for a 1.5 point underdog to play a 1 point underdog. Just
I didn't hear the underdog part of the second one.
So if Sean and I both
So
win,
did I pick a positive one then already?
yeah, you picked the 10-point favorite because you don't have to worry about points anymore. So yeah, keep laughing, Laura Jack. I love you.
I mean, listen, it literally boggles my mind how long I spend trying to make this pick. It's like I don't have this much time, guys.
She's literally texting us like Broncos, this, that. And I was like, Laura Jack, the Packers are 10-point favorites, and they're going to be playing a backup quarterback this week. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll take the Packers. The funny thing is that the Packers somehow find a way to lose.
That's what I mean.
If they somehow find a way to lose.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it should be a good week. And you know what? You're the moderator. You shouldn't be punished as much as Sean and I because we're just happy that you're here.
Right. And I'm getting punished like every week.
And if you weren't here right now, I'd be doing the show by myself, or
Right.
we'd be skipping a week like we
Right.
did multiple times last year.
Look at me showing up.
Showing up. So that's that. I really hope this is the week Sean gets punished because I have some really, I'm going to tell you off air, but I have some really good ideas for punishing Sean
Oh yeah.
because there's just things about Sean that we can
Oh,
manipulate.
God. Yeah.
Okay.
I get it.
And I'm gonna use the help of Sam to help manipulate Sean on getting punishments that
Oh my goodness.
I
bring in
don't-
the wifey.
I don't think that he will turn down the punishments because they're not like to the point where they're gonna ruin his reputation. However, it's something that like he's definitely not gonna want to do.
Oh boy. Then he's probably just gonna say no.
No, I
You
think
go a little bit far in your punishment.
no. Honestly, I think
I heard a list of some of your punishments and I was like, I would like literally kill him. Like
But-
he told me that you wanted to sit here in like a clown costume or something. Like I was like, I would not show up to the show ever again. I would probably not be your friend.
I think I wanted you to wear a clown.
No. No parts of this is okay.
Laura Jack is afraid of clowns.
I'm
if you
not
don't
just
know.
afraid of clowns. I'm phobic of clowns. Like it's a no zone. We're in the no zone.
Well, I have one specific thing that has bugged me about Sean my entire friendship with him.
Okay.
And we're gonna manipulate the hell out of that when he
Okay.
loses. So Sean, you better not lose, buddy, because I'm coming for you.
Oh my goodness.
I'll come for you. And you want to laugh? I'm totally fine with almost any punishment that you guys are gonna throw at me this year. And to the point where, like week 1, where I was the one getting punished, you guys said the baby bottle, and I said, "Do you remember in the text?" I was like, "What was the other punishment?" Because I was gonna just tell you to
Yeah.
punish me with both of them, like whatever it was.
Yeah.
I was gonna do both of them, but I was like, it's all. Then I just changed my mind because like it's a whole season. I'll
Yeah.
just they need more punishments later on,
Yeah.
so I'll just leave it alone. But like I would have the baby bottle, like it wasn't fun, but like I'll do it. And like you guys probably are gonna like make me wear a dress or a Steelers jersey or whatever, whatever. I'll do it.
that was on my. It was off air,
Okay.
baby. It would have been something for a short.
All right, well that is what it is. So
Yeah.
now
That
we're
was mine though.
now we're to our favorite segment, Kids Corner. You have a beautiful, handsome dash hound.
Yeah,
now.
I love
Dachshund?
'em.
Is it dash hound or dog?
Yeah, it's both. It depends on who you're talking to.
Okay. Well, wiener dog.
Yeah.
Okay. For those that don't know what we're talking about, I do as well. I have a
Mhm.
girl. You have a boy.
Yeah.
You had 2 girls prior to the boy.
Yes.
And that is your child
Yes.
because you are the lesbian.
No,
here.
literally, he really is. Like this is a perfect segue for this. So I'm in a wedding this weekend. I'm officiating it for my
Which-
2.
Which, by the way,
Very
please
good friends.
pass on to Joey
And
that
Ryan.
I'm sad that I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, I will, Joe and Ryan. I will definitely let them know. Shout out to my boys.
Shout out to my boys.
But
and they're my dudes too.
yeah,
Just,
they're
like,
great guys. But they're
got some
getting married
stuff
this
going on.
weekend. Big deal, LGBTQ wedding this weekend. And I'm officiating it, which is like already nerve-wracking enough. But
What's officiating?
like I'm the person who stands up and literally puts on the wedding.
Oh, okay. So
Like,
you are the
the-
pastor.
Right.
or
I'm
yeah,
the person
okay.
who's so I'm
So,
officiating.
you know
so-
Matthew McAdoo, right?
Yeah.
He was actually the person doing our wedding when Cassie and I got
Really?
married. Yeah.
Oh,
Like he got ordained or whatever.
and went with you.
Yeah, he went to Phoenix and married us.
That's
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Like, that's how far back Matt and I go. And the funny thing is Matt was like family friend, but he was one of my brother's
Yeah.
friend. But like he's just one of those people that
Yeah.
like I care so much about and like and I just knew like he was gonna be the guy.
Yeah.
Like
I get it.
that was his part of my wedding.
Yeah, I get it. So that's basically my part in this wedding, but I also have a lot of other parts. But that's beyond the point. The point is that I worked this through this weekend, on all these jobs that me and you had going on so that I could leave early throughout this week.
Yep.
So that, and we talked about that as well, so that I could be there because we have to do a lot of setup and he doesn't have a lot of family stuff going on. So his friends are really his family, and like we all kind of come together to really help put this wedding on and get it ready.
Right.
So I'm leaving and going to help him, and I realized that like I'm not allowed to bring my dog to this wedding.
Well, you could have left the dog at camp, right?
Right, but like I'm staying
at the wedding.
On the wedding night. So like
So you're gonna leave the
up
dog
to
at camp.
Friday. So like I'm like leaving tonight, Tuesday.
Right.
Like Tuesday to Friday.
That's a long time.
I literally physically cannot. Like I'm not.
Well, you didn't take your dog to Italy, right?
No, right, but like I'm in a different country. Like there's no possibility of that. Therefore, I'm like that becomes easier. Like
who watched your dog while you were in Italy?
My mom. She was at home. She didn't
your
go.
mom went to Italy.
No, she didn't. It was Marina. It was Gigi's mom.
Okay.
But anyway, so
I would watch your dog.
It starts hitting me that like, wait, I'm not gonna have my dog from Tuesday to Friday.
I'm gonna have Sarge from
like,
Tuesday
wait,
to Friday.
Sir, like what the? What do you mean?
I call him Sarge.
I know, but like I'm like
because he's like a sergeant.
Yeah, I know. He's definitely like but like it started hitting me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be like emotionally okay with this. Like I'm literally not okay with this. Like I go to camp. This is our place. Like this is like the things that we do together, right? This is like our normal setting. My dog knows when I go to camp. He knows certain bags, certain things, like certain movements. He's freaking out already today. Like he knew. He already knew. Like I didn't have to say a word about camp. He knew by basically the things that I picked up, the way we were getting certain things ready, the way that I was talking with him in my house. He already knew it was camp day. And it's Tuesday, which is not a typical camp day.
Isn't that crazy how they
he knows.
So smart.
Oh, 100%. So I started getting worked up. Like every day I'm talking, to everybody. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to handle this. He's going now. He's going until Thursday. And then we're having to drive to a location to do a pickup drop off because I can't go that long without my dog. Like it's that ridiculous. Like I am that ridiculous. I'm not ridiculous. Like I can't be fine.
He's in good hands with your mom.
Well, I know, but he's not staying anymore. He's literally coming with me until Thursday. And then my mom's going to meet like Thursday after work at some point. Her and her boyfriend are going to drive up and come snatch my dog. So that
met her boyfriend. I've seen pictures.
His name is Jack.
They used to date a long time ago, right?
No, this is a different one, but like this is a different guy that she's been dating for a while. But my last name is Jack and he's a Jack. So it's like, it kind of fit in.
Kind of fits. So wait, if he marries your mom, it'd be Jack.
If he took her name, yeah.
Yeah, well, he should.
I don't think my mom would change her name. So
that's what I'm saying. He should take her name. Jack would be the greatest name on the history of the planet.
Right. So yeah. So the point is that I'm a sucker and like literally can't even go like 5 days without my dog in a place that like is our place. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking.
Can I ask a semi-inappropriate question?
Sure. I mean, I guess.
I mean, nobody's listening probably by this point in the episode, except for maybe like my mom or Jake or somebody. So like, I'm not too bad. But what does a male gay bachelor party look like?
So
like,
I bought.
Is there like a bunch of guys with big dicks like waving around, or?
I bought signs that there were guys in like Speedo outfits, like shiny, like pink out, like.
What are you getting, like gay strippers, like male strippers?
We did it at camp because like they didn't even know that they didn't want to have anything.
This is last weekend.
Yeah, they didn't want to have anything, so like we just started to feel like these are our guys. Like this is a big deal. Like a lot of gay men honestly don't
have bachelor parties,
and they don't get married all as much as like other. Not saying they don't, they do, but I'm just saying like numbers wise, it's like marriage in general for LGBTQ is like tough, so like the fact that these guys have gone to the place that they've gotten to want to walk down the aisle together and be married, it's a big deal, so we just wanted all of their friends and all of my friends from up there, we just really wanted to like make it a big deal for them. So I literally went on Amazon and like looked up bachelor party stuff and like literally bought everything. Like literally there was a sign that said same penis forever, like literally, and I had it like up on their like,
which works for both
right
parties.
That's what I mean.
Hilarious.
Right, exactly. And then like
Love
the other one was like Mr. and Mr. like whatever, like it was like all the signs. Like I just hung them from trees, like had balloons everywhere. Like we had like straws that like were like the stripper men's on the straws since I couldn't have like actual strippers. We tried to get some of the straight guys to dance for them, but they're just like, how straight guys are. They're like not always there for it,
Yeah.
And
I
that's
can
what
see.
sucks. But
See,
we had a great time.
I think that's like the one difference between male strippers and female strippers. Like,
Right. No,
I feel like
100%.
male strippers are straight, and female strippers, a large percentage of them are either A, bisexual, or
Right.
B, lesbian.
Right.
So
Or like definitely love one for sure.
definitely love
But that's the thing. It's like, we had a good time. There was like probably 20 people who showed up to the party, like family, friends, whatever. We had a great time. We made
I
a
would have
bunch of
put my
food.
Speedo on for
Right, that's
Joey.
what I'm saying. Like I just wanted someone to be funny about it. Like it wasn't meant to be serious. Like you didn't really have to strip. It was just about like, getting their blood boiling for like 5 seconds, and being
I don't
like
know.
in shock.
I
No, but like,
would have made him
would've
laugh.
it would have that's what I mean though. Like just the shock of it all.
My battery is running low. Well, that's great. Good thing we're just about
Yeah.
done. I don't know. I plugged my laptop in, but clearly it's not plugged in. Anyways, my story is going. So, remember last year Roman got choked out, stopped wrestling hard, broke his
Yeah.
collarbone, and then this year I'm like, okay, this is the perfect opportunity to get him just full on basketball, right? Like third grade is a grade where you can play basketball
Yeah.
full time for the school, all that. And I'm like, I'm all excited because I think he's just gonna want to go that way.
Yeah.
No, the motherfucker wants to wrestle.
You already said this last week. You already did the story.
I didn't do this last week
You
because
did.
I thought I was gonna get him to change. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So this is a new one. New off of that.
New off of that. And tomorrow night is open house for Olivia.
Right.
Tonight is open house for Roman. I actually was supposed to have a networking event to go to, it got canceled. So I went to open house for Roman tonight, and he saw the wrestling table. He walked up. I'm doing wrestling. We had to sign him up for wrestling.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
the motherfucker, I was hoping he was gonna change and go basketball, but he's going full wrestling. A little nervous about it. I hope he does all right. But I've been getting some more Olivia time in, which is great because my wife kind of called me out on it, said that I spend more time with Roman than I do Olivia. So we started switching a little bit, and I took Olivia to dance on Monday, which the last week of the month they opened the doors so you could watch the dance. And man, she's becoming a pretty accomplished dancer. She's
good at it.
She's good at it. She got some moves.
She likes it too.
She enjoys it. It's a lot of good things. And then one of the moms asked me which kid was mine, and I said Olivia, and she's like, "Oh, Olivia's like everybody's favorite. She's just amazing. She's like the greatest kid ever." And then today at Roman's open house, Roman has one of Olivia's former teachers.
Oh,
and
she thinks that Roman's gonna be like Olivia.
No, I mean, what she said that Roman, and that's the thing. When Roman's not around us, he is a really good kid, or so we're told. But she did say Roman's a good kid, and he doesn't have to work on anything. He's good. But like you could tell the second that Olivia walked in the door, she started glowing. Like, oh my God, Olivia, like her favorite child ever just showed up. And then I was like, so how's it going from like Olivia to Roman? And she's like, it's a little different. I mean, Olivia is like the OG. And then she looked at her and just like smiled, and like Olivia's like smiling from ear to ear. Like you can just tell like the love that this third grade teacher had for my daughter, because like that's how good my daughter was.
Well, I thought the thing about Olivia is that she's like a sunshine,
Makes me a proud papa.
Yeah, she's like sunshine when she walks in places. She makes people happy. She's caring. She's loving. She's a lot of good quality. Yeah, sorry guys, I forgot to click a button.
That is like
I did plug it in though. I did all of it, but
wait. We have to explain this. This is probably one of the funniest things that's ever happened to Two Dad String.
Yeah.
I looked over not even 2 minutes ago, and I was like, the laptop is now saying that it's dying. I was like, that's weird. I plugged it in. And then like we're talking, and I'm like, it should last, like, because it says that right around 10%, so it should last. And then out of nowhere, we hear deet 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 deet, and the camera shuts off.
Yeah.
Which the camera is also plugged in, by the way. And I was like, what the hell? So then I get up and I walk over, which I'm sure was still recording audio probably the entire time, and which I'll cut that out, I would assume. And we find out that like, so we bring an extension cable and a surge protector in so we can set up anywhere. Cause as you can tell, we've been in a new location every single week here at
So
Dobar.
we
Cause
want to
they're,
be able to move around, right, guys? We want you to be able to see different things and
Well,
like kind of really explore this place. So we do move around. And because of that, we have to bring extra extension cords and, different
Yeah.
plug-in values. And we just forgot to turn
because
the
Dobar
sound.
is such an exotic location, right? Like
Right.
there's like graffiti,
Yeah.
like not graffiti isn't a bad thing, like beautiful
Art,
art,
yeah.
all over this entire place. And now we have the new element of lights going off, and it's
Mhm.
pretty cool. But anyway, so Laura Jack did plug the extension cord in and did plug the surge protector in. However,
We forgot to
one
click
of
the button.
us forgot to turn the surge protector on. So the laptop was about to die and the camera just died.
Yeah.
So
That's my bad.
entertaining.
My bad.
Anyways, we were pretty much at the end.
Yeah.
Anyways, you got anything else you want to plug?
No,
or-
just thanks for listening. I hope you guys subscribe. I hope you enjoy our show.
Yeah, hit that
We-
ring and ding ding
we-
ding button.
Yeah, we really do like doing this, and it is for us, but it's also for you guys. And I think it's turned out pretty well.
So are we gonna like give Sean crap because
Yeah, I think we should.
well, he missed, right? He was the
It
first
should
one.
be like a half punishment. It should be like, don't make him eat cinnamon, but like
okay,
at
well,
least a half
I'm gonna-
punishment.
when we're off the air, I'll tell you what I have in mind for
All right.
Sean, but you can't tell him.
I won't.
Okay. And then like the other thing is with Sean is he's supposed to be doing like the TikTok stuff. And he didn't post any TikTok videos. We recorded some epic TikTok with Helium
Mhm.
last week and he didn't post any of those videos.
I think he's just had a lot going on with the kids and stuff, business and stuff.
We're gonna let him get away with it.
No, but I also
You're like, no.
he's also the guy who does it. So it's like, how do you tell the guy who spends all the time doing it, hey, we need you to actually post the videos that you spend all this time on?
Hey, I do all this and my shit got posted.
I
last
know, but
week.
I'm saying in terms of like, he works on like editing certain things and getting certain things up. I just think that I'm sure he works on all of it. I just don't know if maybe he meant to post it. Maybe he thought he did and he didn't.
I think it was just a long week. We had the Pirates
That's what I
event.
mean.
So our company
Had a lot of stuff.
we're in the suite at the Pirates game once a year. We had that going on. He got sick. Just a whole bunch of this crazy stuff. But we still gotta give him shit because he's our buddy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Love you, Sean.
Love you,
We're
Sean.
coming for you, Bobs.
We're coming for you. I got some good punishments for you. I am gonna be.
Hallelujah. Maybe I won't lose all the time.
He chose the Rams. Who's the Rams playing this week?
I'll tell you right now.
I gotta, because whoever the Rams are playing, I'm gonna be one of the biggest fans of that team this
The
particular week.
Rams are playing
It's gotta be somebody good because they're underdog.
49ers.
The Niners.
Yeah.
Jimmy G, I'm
And
cheering for
it's
you.
a Monday night game. It's gonna be a big fucking game.
Jimmy G, I'm cheering for you.
I'm about to put Jimmy G in this week, dog. That'll be a
Dog.
big game back and forth. That's gonna be big points.
Yeah, definitely want to play Carson Wentz
Yeah.
against the Cowboys.
Definitely putting Jimmy G in.
All right, deuces,
All
everybody.
right, guys. Thanks. Sorry, my cinnamon thing was not as
He's pretty entertaining.
oh god. It's awful for me, I guess.
Deuces.
Yeah, deuces, man.
Bye.